Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
In the heart of Beep Prefecture, where cherry blossoms once whispered tales of samurai and speed, the tarmac of Suzuka International Raceway awakens, a circuit carved with precision and reverence. Its layout is a symphony of rhythm and risk, where every corner demands respect and every straight dares ambition. Tonight, the Apexis iRacing League presents its spiritual Mazda MX-5 warriors to the sacred ground. Two 20-minute heat races await, each a crucible of momentum and mastery. No pit stops, no second chances, just pure, unfiltered combat. From the stinking S's to the 130R, the MX-5s will dance, duel, and defy. These machines, light on power but heavy with heart, will test the mettle of every driver who dares to chase the apex. It's not just about speed, it's about precision, it's about patience and the poetry of wheel-to-wheel warfare. As the sun dips behind the grandstands and the engines rise in a chorus, Suzuka prepares to write another chapter, one of grit, one of glory, one where legends are born in not horsepower, but in the heart of the battle. Let the duels begin. Welcome in. This is week number 8 of 12, the Apexis Mazda series. This is Racer Nexus. I'm Rob Campbell, and I'm producing and commentating this week as usual. And Track Cams will be brought to you by Track Cams 22. We'll get to a little promo about them later on, but let's take a look at how things are shaped up here right now. As I mentioned, week 8 of 12, we're at Suzuka. 2 20-minute heats as per usual this season. A heat race, and then what we're calling the feature race to be carried on after that. Next week, we're going to head to Road America, one of my favorite tracks. Looking forward to that one. So if you haven't noticed already, it's a little wet out there this evening. 73 degrees air temperature, and exactly the same on track. That rain is going to keep the track cool. It's overcast conditions. I believe I checked the radar earlier and looks like rain, about at least 80% chance of rain for the next hour or so here at Suzuka. With 2 20-minute heats coming up, that means we're most likely going to be in at least some kind of wet conditions for the majority of the race. So we're on board here with Joseph Marr, qualifying getting underway. Let's head on over to the track here and see how things are shaping out early on in this one as we're just waiting for some times to come in. as I mentioned, on board here with Joe Samar. So what we got a second, let's take and have a look at our championship standings coming in this one. We got our two classes. First, we'll take a look at our AM class, also known as the mid-pack Larrys, where we see Aaron Sunday leading the way, 243 points ahead of Joshua Smith in second place by 4 points. So tight at the top end of the AM field. Kent Kruger falling back a little bit here right now. He's 15 points back of Joshua Smith in third, and that puts him 10 points up of Uwe Hale. Corey Mitchell in fifth right now, a long ways back in fifth, and potentially trying to take a top podium spot. But they're allowed 4 drop weeks throughout the season, so still potential for drivers to move up and down the pack there. Over on the pro side, Kelly Greenhoe is going to hop up top. He's got 190 points to Jonathan Cooper's 180, and then 5 points back to Lemke in third place, 175. Brian Zinn, he's a ways back, about 17 points back of Lemke right now in fourth. He's only 4 points up of Roman Bykoff. Stan Hammond's there lurking in behind too, as well as Spencer Bodway. So top 3 starting to pull away in the pro side of things, but the battle right now is for 4th, 5th, and 6th, it looks like. So we do have a couple drivers sharing cams. Unfortunately, 2 of those drivers, I have no idea who they are, as they did not send us a note that they will be on cam. So we'll see if maybe we can find out that information in between the 2 heats, between heat 1 and heat 2. We'll see if we can drop a message into the Discord, see if we can pick up who those drivers are. But usual, one of these drivers, Kelly Greeno, usually always has his webcam on for us, and he does again. So we're getting some live action shots with Kelly as the race goes on. He takes a little sip of some green Jamba juice or something there. Hopefully that helps him out. So keep an eye on that. If the power of the green stuff works out for Kelly Greeno. Still waiting for drivers to come in for the first lap. Long way around here, Suzuka. It's about 2 minutes in a GT3 machine, and these Mazdas a heck of a lot slower. So we'll be waiting a little bit for some times, but should be getting a little closer to those times kicking in as we hop on board with Sean Drew. We haven't seen Sean in a number of weeks, but he's back this week with us. So we got a number of new drivers here as well. Let's see who we got. David Sockrider was with us new last week. He's back again this week. And keep in mind, for some reason, my Trading Paints does not want to load the proper paints in SDK. So you may see a slightly different car shown on track versus what they're driving. The car they're driving is correct, but for some reason in our timing software, it's showing the incorrect car. But on board here with Kent Kruger, let's see the conditions of the track there. Very, very wet. A lot of standing water. As Kent heading through 130R, heading up into what they call Casio Corner. Heavy onto the brakes here for Kent. Try and stay off the curbs. See those puddles. Heavy puddling in around the curbs. This should complete Kent's first out lap, and he'll be coming across the line to put in his first flying lap. See where he slots in here right now, as we got 19 cars that have put in a time. I believe we got close to 40 cars here this evening. Kent's going to cross the line a little slower lap than what he would have preferred. Currently sitting in 21st place with a 250.54, but right now up top of the standings is Roman Bykoff, the Coors Lightning machine, showing us how it's done right now. He's got himself 2/10 up ahead of Michael Brock. Oh, as we mentioned that, Michael Brock off track right now, not the way he wanted his lap to go, but let's see how Brian Lemke's doing. Lemke is strong contender in the championship standings. He's coming to this one looking for a potential great finish. He's battling with a number of drivers, Kelly Greeno, John Cooper. They're all up at the top of the sharp end things here as far as championship standings go. We've got Tom O'Gorman back this week. He and DJ Alessandrini were here with us last week. DJ here, he battled with Chase Stempfley, Stan Hammonds, a number of other drivers up top. I was actually listening to DJ's podcast that he and Tom Gorman do. Lizard Brains podcast, I believe it's called, or the Lizard Brain podcast, either or. It's interesting stuff. A couple real life racers that do SCCA racing. I believe Tom O'Gorman's done some IMSA stuff too as well, and TCRs. So it's interesting to listen to their podcast. It's definitely a nice little casual listen, hour and a half long or so. But They're back again this week. Joshua Soto, we saw him battling up front at Spa last week. He is back again this week. Currently sitting in 7th place. We've got Michael Chase. Usually see him at the sharp end of the field. Currently sitting in 8th place. He's going to come across, finish up this lap here, see if he's able to improve. Because they're not going to have time for another lap. He does move up a spot. He did actually move up, but as he did that, another driver moved up at the same time and bumped him back right back into 7th place. So get some work ahead of him. Michael Brock currently trying to finish up his lap. We saw him off track earlier. Not sure if this is the same lap or he's went around for another lap. We'll keep an eye and see if this one registers, but currently sitting in 5th place. See if he's able to improve as he's across the line there now. And he will not improve. He's going to hold on to that 5th place spot. Our top end driver right now, Andrew McMurray. We haven't seen him out all season. Currently sitting at the top of the AM class, just ahead of Joshua Smith. Joshua came into last week's race leading the points championship. He's fallen down to 2nd place now as Aaron Sunday has leapfrogged him. Aaron Sunday in the R House No Drama racing machine here. Currently sitting in 4th place in class, 20th overall. So it looks like we're going to have about 35 cars again this week. Should make for a ton of fun. Charles Wolfe in the MAV Motorsports machine. Charles, you might have seen numerous times in the production car challenge races that we used to cover on Monday nights. The SOF races, the official races for the iRacing production car challenge. So Charles, one of the MAV Motorsports machines. Good to see him out here this week. We've got another couple other drivers from the MAV Motorsports team too as well. Tony Wallace, he joined us last week for the first time. Was looking competitive. It's going to wrap up qualifying here. We'll take a look at the grid once things reset here. Again, 2 20-minute heats coming your way. Waiting for our drivers to grid up, and then we'll have a look at how things are going to start. As we have Brian Lemke and Rowan Bykoff on the front row, DJ Alessandrini in 3rd with his buddy Tom O'Gorman to the outside. In row 3, we're going to find Michael Brock and Oz Exulu in 5th and 6th. Row 4 is going to go to Kelly Greenhoe and Michael Chase in 7th and 8th. John Cooper and Joshua Soto in 9th and 10th place, rounding out the top 10. In 11th, we find Gregorio Moreno and Joseph Marr in 12th place. 13th goes to Spencer Bodway with Charles Wolfe in 14th place. Row 8 is going to be Andrew McMurray in 15th and Michael Bond in 16th place. 17th place going to go to Michael Tanagretta and Joshua Smith in 18th place. David Sockrider in 19th with Aaron Sunday, our AM championship leader in 20th. 21st goes to Chris King with 22nd going to Uwe Hale. Row 12, Kent Kruger in P23, Christopher Croto in P24. Tony Wallace in 25th with Brian Zinn in 26th place. Row 14, Sean Kapinski in 27th with Mark Miller in 28th. 29th place goes to Sean Giroux and Jake Harrigan to his outside in 30th position. Corey Mitchell in 31st and James Sorrentino in 32nd. Ryan Chase in 33rd and Austin Britton rounding out the field in 34th position. So it's like 34 cars going to hit the grid. It's like our last car potentially popped out. They're not going to join the grid, but let's get ready for some fun action here. Again, usual format, 2 20-minute heat race battles. Our drivers will be going toe-to-toe. The top 4 will invert for a race number 2. And they'll get reset and ready to go. So I'm just going to drop a quick message here while we are waiting for the grid to pull away into the Discord. See if we can find out who the other 2 drivers are. Okay. Sounds like we might have a couple drivers potentially with slicks on out there. Interesting. Interesting issue. Let's see. It looks like James Sorrentino and Michael Tannegretta potentially out there with dry tires. So we'll keep an eye on that. Definitely, we don't want to see anybody's race getting wrecked by a little issue like that. But Roman Bykoff, Brian Lipke going to read them into turn one, and then we get fired up and racing here. They are waiting for the green flag. We're going to focus on Kent Kruger a little farther back in the pack with his Danger Mouse paint scheme from the other night's cat mouse action. If you want to have a good laugh, pop into the Discord, check out the broadcast there. It's a race that we've done in past where the LMP3s tried to defend the Mazdas, but we're underway. Roman Bykoff, Brian Lipke going to lead them into turn one. They're fanning out 3, 4, 5 wide. Looks like things are going to settle up into turn one. Bykoff leading the way. Tom O'Gorman, though, moving up 2 spots already up around the outside of Lemke. He's DJ Alessandrini there too as well. He's got a number of cars going off in the background. We'll pick up what happened there in a little bit, as it looks like our fearless leader Kent Kruger has been able to make his way through that mess. Well, Bykoff's going to get himself back up front. O'Gorman and Alessandrini right there too as well. See if the two of them work together to move up through, but Brian Lemke falling back 2 spots from where he qualified. Laying back a little bit here. I think he might be just trying to get a little bit of lay in the land, see what the conditions are going to be, and then try and work his way forward from there. Let's go a little farther back in the pack here as we got Charles Wolfe, Michael Chase, Gregorio Moreno, Spencer Bodway all battling here. So you can see the cars from first place all the way to 29th, still fairly tight, bunched up, very close, as we got one of the MAV Motorsports cars going off. I believe that's Tony Wallace off in the background. He's moving to the inside, though, of Gregorio Moreno, another one of those MAV Motorsports machines. As they got Mike Bond just up ahead of them. Mike Bond of the Three Brothers Brewing car, that gray car with the big number 3 on the side. He's number 123. So they're battling it out. Let's go back up front where Bykoff already opened up half a second gap over O'Gorman and Alessandrini. Top work here on lap 1 for Roman Bykoff. See if he's able to hold on to that position as they're heading into and through turn 13. Down the little straight they go. Great overtaking opportunity here if you can get a nice run through turn 13, get a nice draft into 130R. It looks like Bykoff going to have enough of a lead here where he's going to be able to defend off any challenge from in behind. So you see O'Gorman getting a ton of spray. Bykoff throwing it up on the curbs. That's risky business. In the rain, you can easily lose the back end of the car through that section, but he's going to hold on to it right now. Alessandrini in behind O'Gorman. All these drivers just trying to feel out the first lap, and then they'll begin to push after that. Let's go back here, take a look. Michael Chase and Jonathan Cooper, as they're heading across the line. Cooper came into last week's race leading the pro points. Not the race he wanted at Spa. He comes into this one second place in points as Kelly Greenhoe has got himself up top of the championship standings. So we'll see here if Cooper and Chase go door to door. Cooper to the outside, Chase trying to make that pass stick. Both of them sliding through turn 2 as they're going to head into the S's. Looks like Michael Chase going to finish off that pass. It's going to move Cooper down into 9th place. See if Jonathan Cooper able to work his way back forward. Try and regain that position from Michael Chase as it is right now. Jonathan Cooper back to where he qualified. Michael Chase back to where he qualified too as well. So both those drivers negating the position they gained and lost early on. But up front, O'Gorman starting to reel in Roman Bykoff. Bykoff again throwing it up on the curbs. Risky business here for Bykoff. You don't necessarily want to be doing that all too often. As we have the inlay, we got Kent Kruger battling it out with Sean Kapinski. Kapinski in the Mario machine. Kruger just ahead of him. Might not recognize Kent in the Danger Mouse paint scheme. We're used to seeing him in his fluorescent green and yellow paint, but not tonight. So Gorman's going to continue to try and chase down Bykoff up ahead. In a battle just behind them. Joshua Soto here. He's got Michael Brock and Brian Lemke up ahead of him. These three starting to fall back a little bit from our top three drivers up front. See if they can work together to try and potentially reel in the leaders up on the inside. It sounds like we got somebody getting a little argy-bargy in behind. Soto tucked in right behind Brock. See if he gives a little bit of a bump draft here. Let's go on board with Joshua Soto. Oh no, he's going to look to the inside of Michael Brock as they head up towards 130R. A risky move here, trying to go through 130R side by side in the rain. Michael Brock going to back out, give that position to Soto. Soto flies through. Watch those puddles on the outside. You can see that puddle building on the outside there. You don't want to get into it. Easy to go off. Hydroplane. These cars don't have very wide tires. Very easy to hydroplane on these machines. So it looks like things calmed down a little bit. Let's see if we can go back and potentially try and pick up what might have happened early on where we got things a little out of control, argy-bargy there. Let's pick up here. Looks like Aaron Sunday working his way around the outside of turn 2. Oh, not sure who that was off the inside. Somebody went due left. Aaron Sunday had to come to a complete stop here. Might have been Christopher Croto. Let's see here. Croto to the outside going really slow. It comes to a complete stop. I'm not sure why he just pulled off and stopped, but James Sorrentino is starting at the back of the pack. Let's see what he came across here. Got cars off. Oh, he's just going to slide off. So it looked like a number of cars just losing it on their own, unfortunately. Let's head back up front. Bykoff still leading the way. He's got O'Gorman and Alessandrini in tow. Oof. Roman up on the curb is going to send him out wide. I said it's risky business there last time we saw him do that. Get up on those curbs. It'll throw you right out wide. It's usually where the water puddles. Bykoff chose to do it anyways, though. In and around turn 11 they go. Gorman and Alessandrini there biding some time. Farther behind them, Lemke starting to break away from Soto and Brock. Michael Brock tucked back in behind Soto. We saw them battling through a 130R lap ago. Looks like things have settled down a little bit there. Jonathan Cooper, he's trying to chase down Mike Bond up ahead of him. Tony Wallace sneaking up in behind. Wallace up 13 positions right now. He's got his MAV Motorsports teammate of Charles Wolfe in behind. So keep an eye on the two of these drivers, see if they can work together, move up through the field as they've got Roman Bykoff all of a sudden all the way back into 11th place now to pick up and see what happened to Bykoff. Looks like he had an off track here. Let's take a look, see how Roman got himself all the way back into 11th place now. Oh, he just got, again, came in a little hot, got loose, swung it around. Very liberal with the curb usage there for Bykoff. We see what happens when that doesn't work out for you. So he's going to have to try and fight his way up front, but that's going to give Tom O'Gorman the lead now. He has his buddy DJ Alessandrini in tow. Lemke now 3.6 seconds back of them. So pick up Lemke's been caught by Joshua Soto and Michael. Oh man, they tag! Oh man, sounds like on comms that Lemke hit the paint and locked up, moved out wide into Joshua Soto. Oh man, what a wreck there. We caught it live. Unfortunately, it looks like Soto is going to tow back to the pits, so it's going to be a race-ending incident for him. Catch another look here. What happened to that? Let's see if maybe we can get a overhead shot so we can kind of see what happened there for Lemke. But I heard on comms where it sounded like he said he locked up and went due left. That's already past it there. So let's see. So we're on board with Jonathan Cooper. You can see Lemke off on the side. All right, here we go. Joshua Soto and Brian Lemke. This should be the incident here. There's Lemke riding that white line that signifies the track or the pit outline. Just got on that, locked it up. Need to stay off any painted surface in the rain. He's going to spell carnage as you see Spencer Bodway now making his way around the lap car of James Sorrentino. He's bringing Michael Bond as well. Both those drivers up 7 and 8 spots respectively. Perfect, Jen. I swear the scariest drivers are Bykoff and Soto. Well, Roman Bykoff has been a weapon in years past, but as far as Soto, that one wasn't on. We can firmly say that one wasn't on Joshua Soto there. We caught Brian Lemke on comm saying that wasn't intentional. It was his fault. So we'll give Soto the pass on that one. Up front though, O'Gorman, Alessandrini. Looks like they're might be shaping up for a battle here. We saw them battling last week. O'Gorman was able to take Alessandrini at the line for heat number 1. So they're going to battle it out again this week. Michael Brock, he's got Oz Iksulu now on his tail. Nice run right now for Oz Iksulu. Up 2 spots into 4th place. Michael Brock trying to hold him in behind. Michael Chase not far behind too as well. And then we got a pack of cars being led by Spencer Bodway. We've got Bodway, Bond, Bykoff, Cooper, Wallace all in tow in that pack in behind. So the battle on the inlay there, that's between Brian Zinn and Andrew McMurray. McMurray in the blue and white car, Zinn in the black and white. So Zinn going to make the move to the inside. He's going to get himself around McMurray. Let's pop back a little bit to that pack of about 6 cars here now. So Spencer Bodway leading this in 7th place, and the final car in this pack is Charles Wolfe in 11th. So we got about 5 cars, 6 cars in this pack. Oof. You see Tony Wallace getting squirrely through the S's, had to gather it up in behind Jonathan Cooper. So you see what Cooper's seeing in behind him, those 2 teammates in behind him. You got Roman Bykoff up ahead. The good thing for Bykoff, though, I guess, was he had that spin but kept it off the wall. Didn't tag anybody. You see all kinds of gravel being kicked up on the track. Not only are they having to deal with a wet track surface, but all that gravel getting kicked up is going to cause a ton of slippery situations for these drivers. Cooper looking to the inside of Bykoff. Couldn't make that pass stick though. So have to try and find another way around. Spencer Bodway doing well to lead this pack. Up 6 spots where he qualified. So we've got 7.5 minutes to go in this one. Ooh, Bykoff looking to the outside of Bodway. Bodway able to defend it. Oh, Cooper going wide. Oh man, Tony Wallace gets slippery behind. Oh, almost takes out his teammate Charles Wolfe. He's getting around. Here comes Brian Lemke in that injured car, but thankfully everybody gets around Tony Wallace. He'll get back on track. Could have went sideways, but speaking of sideways, Alessandrini now up top of the race. He's managed to get away around, Tom O'Gorman. So we'll see now if Alessandrini going to be able to pull away from O'Gorman. Gorman still with plenty of trying to try and fight back and make that move back around. We've seen a number of drivers spin, seen how easy it is to do here in these wet conditions. Let's go a little further back in the field here. Let's check in on our AM championship leader, Aaron Sunday, as he's got Sean Kapinski just ahead of him, Chris King just up in front of them. Currently, Sunday sitting 6th in class, so not a great race right now for our AM championship leader heading into this one. Aaron Sunday, he's going to want to try and pick up a few more positions here. Although, again, like I said, they do have 4 drop weeks. Oh, Sunday actually going to pull into the pits. There's no required pit stop, so eventually he could be just regrouping for race number 2. But another one of our AM Championship contenders, Joshua Smith, came into this one in second place in points. It's starting to come down to a 2-car battle in the AM side with Kent Kruger falling back a little bit on points, but Joshua Smith came in second in points, currently 4th in class right now, 20th overall. He's got David Sockrider up ahead of him. Looks like Sockrider might have a little bit of damage on the back end of that car. So on board, yeah, you can see that trunk definitely crumpled in. He's had a nice punch in the rear by one of our other drivers, trying to contend with Joseph Smith right now. Let's pop back up front. It's Ozek Zulu trying to make his way around Michael Chase. See, the sun came out for a little bit, so the rain has stopped. Track is still wet, though, for our drivers. Vic Zulu falling back, giving up a position to Chase. Michael Brock, though, starting to pull away up ahead, currently in 3rd place. DJ Alessandrini still leading the way up front. Bykoff been unable to find a way around Spencer Bodway. So pick up our leader DJ in the inlay. See him moving around some lap traffic. Tom O'Gorman hanging in behind him. Oh, sorry, no, O'Gorman's fallen back now. 8 seconds back of DJ. So what was potentially a nice race for Tom O'Gorman, possible win, is falling back a little bit. He's actually being caught by Michael Brock. So let's take a look here. Michael Brock with that battle pack still in behind him, but Michael Brock now 6 seconds back of Tom O'Gorman up ahead. We'll see if he's able to start to eat into that gap. But O'Gorman now 1.6 seconds, sorry, pardon me, back of DJ Alessandrini up ahead. Sorry, I've got the gap on. There we go. Intervals. That'll give us a better idea. There we go. So the purple is cars that are less than half a second apart. And the purple is going to indicate drivers that are less than a second apart, just to give you an idea. Give us a little better idea where the battles are going on. So let's head back here. Bykoff still trying to make his way through that pack. Jonathan Cooper holding on the back of that pack. Doing what he needs to do, trying to maximize his points haul. But a little further back here, Kelly Greenhoe and Mark Miller. Greenhoe down 6 spots from where he qualified, so not a great race for Kelly right now. Started in 7th place. So he was able to work his way back up through, but first on in the order of things is trying to get around Tony Wallace. Tony, that driver that we saw, had a little spin earlier on his own through, what they call it, Mugen corner? The name of it is failing me right now. It's turn 13. Oh, in behind was Mark Miller, I believe that was, getting squirrely. I had to collect his car up through the end of the S's. He was able to do it, but looked a little dicey there for a minute for Mark Miller. He's still sliding around up there. Oh no, the Skyliners machine of Brian Lemke gone around again. This race getting even worse for Brian Lemke. It's unfortunate for him. Let's head back up front. Michael Brock. He's been caught by Michael Chase. The battle of the Michaels. Michael with 2 L's versus Michael with 1 L. Which number of L's are superior? We're going to find out here shortly as they make their way around the lap car of, I believe that was either James Sorrentino. 29th, Aston Britton, sorry, that's the car that just moved around there. Michael Brock and Michael Chase down the back stretch into turn 14, also called 130R. Generally flat out in the dry conditions. I suspect these guys are having to lift a little bit. Let's go on board here with Michael Chase as he is chasing Michael Brock. Into Cassie corner, 1 minute 40 left, so they're going to be starting the final lap here when they cross the line. Ooh, both drivers getting a little squirrely. Trying not to use the curbs as much as they can. Out of the final corner, Chase trying to get back into the throttle, lost the back end a little bit, stepped out on him, but still able to close in on Michael Brock a little bit. So that pack in behind him, Bykoff now leading that secondary pack. Bodway has been moved back behind him. Chase going to go to the outside. Can he make the move on Brock? He's going to dive it into turn 1, but can he make it stick on the outside? Oh, he slid around. So he's going to make it stick. What a brave move there by Michael Chase. Now, Michael Brock will be the one to try and chase down Michael Chase. Man, that's a mouthful. In through the S's they go. You hear them gingerly on and off the throttle, not to lose the back end through. Oof, ever so gingerly Chase. The back end stepped out on him. Brock looked at the inside, but will they battle? Roman Bykov starting to creep into this. Potentially licking his chops here. We saw what happened to him from the lead position of the race. See if Bykov able to catch up to them, but our leaders, Alessandrini and O'Gorman. O'Gorman's slowly closed in the gap a little bit here the last couple laps. I say that, but O'Gorman going to go out wide through turn 13. Drifts it, power drift through the corner. Pop back a little bit here, check in our top AM driver, Kent Kruger, doing what he needed to do in this race, trying to get back in the AM battle, leading the AM class, but Joshua Smith has slowly pulled his way back up into second place in AM class, so potentially some nice points haul by Kent Kruger, going to go by the wayside here, but our leader Alessandrini in through turn 13 for the final time. That gap has opened up over Gorman. You can see that battle for third place creeping up in behind. 3-car battle for third place. Final step on the podium. Michael Chase leading the pack. See Brock and Bykov in behind. Both of them trying to fight the slide. Down the mid-stretch they go under the Panasonic Tower into 130R. It's going to be a drag race here between Brock and Bykov. It's going, Brock and Chase on board with Bykov. Michael Brock going to get himself back up into third place. Oh, Chase and Bykov touch. They both collected up though. Things got a little squirrely as we're on board here with Michael Brock. Let's watch this battle behind. Bykov throws it deep into the corner. Chase trying to fight back on the outside, but looks like Michael Brock going to take a third spot. Final step on the podium. The battle here for fourth place to the line. Michael Chase going to hold off. Roman Bykov, DG Alessandrini is going to come home in top spot. Check back in our AM driver. Top AM driver right now, Kent Kruger. Something happened to our second place, Joshua Smith. See if we can find out what happened to Joshua Smith. He was in second place in class and then fell back. Let's see here. Could this be the same thing that we saw happen to Bykov? Very similar. Hit one of those puddles and off he went. Oh, heavy hit for Joshua Smith there. That's unfortunate for him. Aaron Sunday back on the track, so it looks like he came in to serve a, not sure if it was a black flag or what it was, but Joseph Meyer heading to the line. He's got Sean Kapinski, and behind him Uwe Hale. Rough race for him too as well, as he's fallen back to 21st place. A couple drivers with some rough finishes here in heat number 1. David Sockrider, he's coming around to finish up his race. He's going to finish it up through pit road. Gregorio Moreno and Aaron Sunday, one of our last couple cars, we're waiting to finish here. I believe they are the last 2 cars on the lead lap. No, sorry, Sean Giroux going to be our final car on the lead lap. Sean heading into turn 13 here. It's a little bit of a ways to go for him, but we got a battle here between Moreno and Sunday. Moreno's car looking a little beaten up. Rough race for him. Sliding it through Casio corner just ahead of Aaron Sunday. Ooh, drifting it through up on the curbs. So he's going to hold off Aaron Sunday as they head to the line. Across the line they go. Both of them doing a little Tokyo shuffle across the line. Sean Giroux going to be our final car on the lead lap as he heads into 130R now. We'll wait for him to bring it to Casio corner, and then we'll have a look at our final results here. Sean Giroux, he's going to finish it up through pit lane. He will make things official though. once he gets across that start-finish line, that is. So again, hold on. We've got another 20 minutes of Mazda heat racing action coming your way. There we go. Things going official. Let's take a look at the final results. Top spot goes to DJ Alessandrini over Tom O'Gorman and Mike Brock. Michael Chase, Roman Bykoff, Spencer Bodway round out your top five. Or top six, sorry. Ozzik Sulu, Charles Wolf, John Cooper, Kelly Greenhoe in the top 10. Michael Bond, Tony Wallace, Mark Miller, Brian Lemke, Brian Zinn, Kent Kruger, Andrew McMurray, Chris King, Joseph Marr, and Sean Kapinski round out your top 20 drivers. 21st place goes to Uwe Hale, Michael Tanagretta in 22nd, Moreno, Sunday Sockrider, Smith, Drew, the last car on the lead lap, and then we get into our used car parking lot, which is going to be Sorrentino, Britton, Croto, Chase, Soto, Harrigan, and Corey Mitchell out early on. Okay, so we got a couple minutes left in the warm-up. There you go. There's the warm-up. Let's see, we've got no guests on board. Let's see if we have any of our drivers who have... So we don't. We still have no indication who these drivers are here for the cams. So we'll have to wait and see if they identify themselves as the race goes on. But fortunately right now, it would have been great. We got 4 drivers in there. We'd love to show you on cam. So if you're listening to this out here, the broadcast afterwards, make sure to mention your name next time you're in there so we can get you on cam. But while we have time, let's take and have a little brief word about our sponsors this evening. Track Cams Gourmet, trackcams22.com, providing us all the great camera shots here this evening. You'll find a link to them in the description of the video here. And then as well, we've got Apex Sim Racing. As usual, you'll find a 5% discount code to be used at their online store. Get yourself wheels, wheelbases, button boxes, sim racing chassis or seats, even computer systems. They sell it all to get you on track in sim racing. Again, that's Apex Sim Racing. 5% discount code in the description. Use that along with the referral link to access those great savings. We got about 20 seconds left in warm-up here, and then we'll be starting race number 2. Again, the starting position will be dictated off their finish from race number 1, except for the top 4. Top 4 will invert. So that was DJ Alessandrini, Tom O'Gorman, Michael Brock, and Michael Chase. Those 4 drivers are going to invert for race number 2, which means Michael Chase is going to start on pole with Michael Brock to his outside. DJ Alessandrini will be in 3rd, and Tom O'Gorman will be in 4th. And then, as I mentioned, the rest of the drivers will line up where they finished. Sounds like we had a driver disqualified from the race. Austin Britton was found to be blocking in race number 1, and he's been removed by Kent Kruger. So you love to see it. You hate to see drivers out there forcefully, I shouldn't say forcefully, intentionally blocking other drivers. I know the conditions suck, but you're all out there in the same conditions. There's no need to be blocking. But waiting for our drivers to grid up. Take a look at how the things are going to shape up again. There, as I mentioned, top 4 drivers are going to invert from race number 2. Everybody else will be starting from where they finished in race number 1. If you're interested in joining the league, you can find the link to their Discord in the description. They are always accepting new drivers. They race 3 times a week. 2 of them are organized as far as points. The 3rd one is just a fun day that switches back and forth between Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays throughout the season to going to give everybody that has different days of the week that they can race a chance to join in and race. Sundays this season is Mazda's. Probably stay with Mazda's going forward. It always seems to be the best attended series. Tuesday nights is GT4. So if you're into Mazda MX-5 racing or GT4 racing, those are your 2 main nights there. And then, as I said, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays going to switch back and forth depending what they're doing. Earlier this season, it was Indy cars. I believe they've gotten into some jumpy trucks some of the days this season. Always fun times to be had on the casual day races. You don't have to worry about really being competitive. Just go out there and have some fun. Last night's race, Saturday night's race, was as I mentioned earlier, was a cat and mouse race where you had to team up with a Mazda driver and a prototype driver. So they had to be a team. So every time the Mazda crossed the start finish line, you got a point. If you're in an LMP3, I think it was LMP3 and LMP2 were the cars they were using as far as prototypes, your job was to take out the other team's Mazda drivers. And then eventually the team that had the most laps in the Mazdas won. So that said, it's go time here as the pace car leading them around into the final corner. We're getting underway. Michael Chase, Michael Brock leading the way. Should be another fun one here to go. Waiting on that green flag as it is, as usual, a go on green. League will pop up the inlay here as we've got Kent Kruger on scene again. We'll keep an eye on him mid-pack. The inlay is the blue and white car, but into turn one they go. Michael Brock leading the way. He's going to fall back, though, way back into 7th place early on. He's getting a little bump there from Roman Bykoff on the inside. So Greenhoe and Brock side by side, both those drivers tentatively on turn one. DJ Alessandrini, though, working his way through. Sounds like something going off in behind. Oh, we got another driver's off. Our AM leader, or potential leader, Joshua Smith, out early on in this one. He's fallen all the way back. Mark Miller out too as well. He's fallen all the way back. Rough start for those drivers. But DJ Alessandrini, not a rough start for him up front. He's got his buddy Tom O'Gorman there too as well. But O'Gorman has Michael Chase, Spencer Bodway. Try and chase him down. Bodway up 2 spots already. So go on board here with Spencer Bodway. You can see Chase and O'Gorman just ahead as they head into turn 9 and 10. Sliding through and out of there. Check back a little farther in the field here. Mike Bond. Kent Kruger has updated his paint. There we go. So we've went from the mouse paint theme here. Kent back to his traditional paint. So Training Paints is playing a menace with me here tonight. So we got the big dog back in his paint. Sean Gopinski just ahead of him. Andrew McMurray, though, our top AM driver. See if Kent can chase him down. His potential nice points haul here for Kent Kruger as Joshua Smith out early on this one. Aaron Sunday sitting back at 26th right now. So those are his two top competitors in the AM side of things. But up front, Alessandrini continues to pull away from Gorman, Chase, Bodway, Wolf, Bykoff, Greeno, Brock, Wallace, Bond. This pack actually stretches all the way back to about 19th place. Michael Tanagretta. And 130R they go. Charles Wolf drifting out a little wide. Oh, he's up onto the curves. Bykoff follows him out there too as well. They both go skating through. They get it collected up though. Bykoff trying to find his way around Charles Wolf. Kelly Greenhoe right in behind him. See the concentration here on Kelly Greenhoe. He's got Michael Brock in tow. String of Mazdas nose to tail down the front stretch they go. See Michael Brock looking to the inside of Kelly Greenhoe. Going to try and dive it up underneath in turn one. Unable to make that pass though. Greenhoe going to hold on to the outside of the corner. Tony Wallace in behind Brock, drifting it through turn one. He's got Michael Bond, John Cooper, Brian Zinn, Ozzik Sulu, Andrew McMurray in tow. A ton of drivers here. Kent Kruger right in that battle too as well. O'Gorman leads this pack, as he has from basically the start of the race, the drop of the flag. So take a look back here from O'Gorman. See Chase and Bodway in tow. Charles Wolf right there too as well. Oh, some debris getting kicked up on the track. That gravel going to play a bit of a menace with those drivers. Mentioned earlier, the rain is one thing, and then you add the gravel up on top of it and things just get a ton worse. We get some bumping and banging going on. I heard some bumpers clattering. It's like potentially that might have been Spencer Bodway getting wrapped up something there, but we got Wolf, Bykoff, Greenhoe battling it out. Let's go on board. We're here with Kelly Greenhoe. He's got Charles Wolf ahead, Rowan Bykoff to his inside. It's going to translate to the outside into the next corner here. Wolf going to have the inside line along with Greenhoe. Bykoff dangerously up on the curb. See that all the drivers staying away from that puddle on the inside curbing. Greenhoe going to hold on to that position. He's got Michael Brock and Michael Bond in behind him. Man, we got too many Michaels in this race. We have to eliminate some Michaels. Greenhoe doing what he can. So you see Michael Bond trying to look up the inside of Greenhoe. Not going to make that move stick, but Bykoff and Wolf going to go side by side into Casio corner. Bykoff going to blow the corner again. Too aggressive out here for Roman Bykoff. That's the second time in about 3 laps we've seen him go deep through Casio corner. That stacks up the car in behind. We got some drivers salty on chat here. We got Salt. Toe-to-toe into turn 1. Ozzik Sulu at the tail end of this pack. Oh man, Tony Wallace gets into the door of Michael Brock. Michael Brock going to cycle back right now into 12th place. Not where he wanted to be. Started up on the front row. It's been a steady, straight run backwards. Unfortunately for Michael Brock, because he was able to regroup and move himself back up forward. Chase and O'Gorman up front. Bodway now. Right there as those 3 cars break away from Charles Wolf in 5th place. Wolf still with Bykoff behind him as Bond looking to the inside now of Bykoff. These are 2 guys we've seen cause a number of wrecks over the years. Very aggressive drivers, the 2 of them. Michael Bond, I don't know if he'll ever learn his lesson. I don't know how many times the guy needs to be suspended or from the league to get the lesson, but so far so good here for him. See if hopefully he holds on to this, doesn't cause any kind of issues, but we've seen it happen far too many times. Jonathan Cooper and Greenhoe going door to door through turn 11. Oh, Brock is around in behind. It's going to be a race for Michael Brock to forget. So you can catch a look here. What happened to him? So everything's fine here, stacking up. Oh, just got a little over zealous on the go pedal. Back end snapped around on him. Stan Killers. Corey Mitchell, what are you doing in chat and why are you not in the race? Down the back straight they go. O'Gorman leading this trio of Chase and Bodway. They've broken away from Charles Wolf now, who's leading that secondary pack. Oh man, O'Gorman sliding sideways through 130R. I don't know how he didn't lose the back end of that car, but well done by Tom O'Gorman. Tank slapped it one way, Tank slapped it the other way. I think it was going to go a third time. He was going to go off into the wall, but so that pack of cars trying to chase down O'Gorman in behind. Bodway now has got himself up into third place. Sorry, he's gotten around Michael Chase. Charles Wolf going to try and dive it up under Michael Chase into turn 1. He does. Oh, they come out and bang doors a little bit. That's going to happen on a wet track, but everybody keeps going. Chase going to drop down into 5th place now. Rowan Bykoff there in behind. Let's go on board here with Kelly Greenhoe. You can see that pack up ahead. Really a great shot to see here. If anything happens, would be with Kelly Greenhoe. You can hear them getting on and off the throttle. How gingerly they have to watch that. Sounds like Jonathan Cooper might have had an incident a little farther back in the pack. So he's got himself back on track here, but let's see what happened to Coop. He was following Kelly Greenhoe. Oh, and around he goes. Kept it off the wall, though. Well done for Coop. But Charles Wolfe trying to make the move around Spencer Bodway. This pack quickly caught Bodway and Chase. O'Gorman right there ahead of him too as well now. This could get spicy as we hit the halfway mark. Perfect Jen. Unfortunately, it's not Michael Brock's race he's going to be raving about here tonight, Jen. So go back about 2 minutes to see what happened to him. Bodway, this Wolf makes the move around him. It's going to move him up a number of positions. A battle on the inlay here between Ozik Sulu and Sean Gopinski as they battle for 11th and 12th place. They've got Joe Samara just ahead of them, but as we keep focus on this battle between Wolf, Bodway, Chase, Bykoff, Bond, Greenhoe, number of drivers, Tom O'Gorman. Loving seeing this though up ahead. So they battle, that's allowing him to get some breathing space in second place. Spencer Bodway was leading this pack at one point in time. They were able to reel back in O'Gorman, but as they did that, that also brought in Charles Wolfe, Michael Chase, Roman Bykoff too as well. As we see Bykoff and Bond continue to battle it out in behind into turn one. Greenhoe right there in front of them. Kelly Greenhoe now caught back up to this pack. Last lap through this section here, he was about half a second back. He's now in the battle. See Bykoff getting loose up ahead. The white and blue machine, the Coors Lightning machine, drifting it through the S's. As he's looking up the inside of Michael Chase, they're going to touch. That's going to move Chase off the line. Holds onto it though, but now Michael Bond going to try and make the move around the outside. Greenhoe right there again. He's probably our perfect camera car for this battle. Into turn 9 they go. Up on the curve for Bond. Risky business. You see there, almost lost the back into the car, sliding around. You hit those puddles up in those curbs and it'll just throw the car sideways. Zinn getting a little slippery in behind. He's trying to catch up to this pack. Charles Wolfe now, Spencer Bodway defending. Roman Bykoff. Oh, Bodway gets loose. That was similar to what we saw happen to Michael Brock earlier, but same corner. Bodway able to hold on to it, but he's going to lose a bit of momentum as Bykoff now looks to the inside. Bykoff going to make that pass stick. Now, can Bodway try and find a way back around? Charles Wolfe slowly pulling back in Tom O'Gorman. DG Alessandrini, though, way ahead, 8.2 seconds over this battle. We like spicy in chat, don't worry. This pack still battling it out. We've got from Tom O'Gorman in second place all the way back to Kelly Greenhoe in 8th place, battling it out. Let's see if we can get a little overhead shot here just to give us an idea of how close these cars on track. There we go. We got them all in one shot. O'Gorman the lead car. We've got Wolfe and Bodway going door to door down the front straight. Ooh, they're going to touch a little bit. That's going to send Wolfe off into the grass. He gets it collected up though. Bond going to move around. Chase going to look to the inside of Greenhoe. Greenhoe sticks it up on the outside onto the curb. He's going to hold on to that spot. His driver's shuffling positions back and forth every lap. pop back quickly here. We got a battle between John Cooper, Tony Wallace, Michael Brock. Michael Brock a little farther back, but it's fallen all the way back to 16th place. But Cooper, Moreno, and Wallace battling it out. Jonathan Cooper had that spin early on. He's trying to recover, but he is fighting for his life right now with Gregory Moreno and Tony Wallace. Sean Gopinski has been off track. He was just ahead of that battle. He's going to be in the back end. That's going to be a 4-car pack now. Let's head back up as Bykoff now on O'Gorman's rear bumper. 5.5 minutes to go. Still plenty of time. There'll be about 3 laps potentially for these drivers. Depending when DJ crosses the line, it might only be 2 laps. So I'll have to stick and see. Ooh, Gorman trying to get back into that throttle deep out of turn 11. We've seen a number of drivers struggle getting out of that corner here tonight. Well, Gorman almost had the same thing happen to what we saw Bodway and Brock. Able to hold on to it though. But speaking of Bodway, he's right back now, trying to find his way back around Roman Bykoff. See them drifting it through that corner, really feathering the throttle. See the counter steering going on there for Spencer Bodway. Really had to collect it up on the exit there. Hard right. So things have calmed down a little bit in this pack. I say that, but now they start to spread out a little bit again. O'Gorman holding on top spot. Wolf looking to the inside of Bond, trying to show a nose, force a mistake. But into Cassie corner they go. Is anybody going to try and make a move? Spencer Bodway out of nowhere up the inside. Last of the late breakers there. Door to door with O'Gorman, but unable to make that pass stick. Charles Wolf out of nowhere up the inside. Roman Bykoff going all the way back. He got up on the curb, couldn't get back into the throttle. Unfortunate for Bykoff, going to fall back into 8th place. Greenhoe going to get by too as well. So Bykoff in that corner went from 3rd place back to 8th in a matter of seconds. O'Gorman though leading the way. Into turn 1 they go. Bodway trying to find Charles Wolf off wide. He's going to lose a couple spots. Mike Bond can get around. Actually only ended up losing the 1 spot out of that. Well done for him. Michael Chase gets squirrely up on the curbs. You see Charles Wolf putting pressure on the back of Mike Bond. But look back here for Tom O'Gorman. He's been able to hold on to 2nd place. Capitalized on slower start for Michael Chase, Michael Brock at the drop of the green. He and Allison Drini were able to get around early on and take those positions away at the top of the field. He's feeling some pressure though now. Some battling in behind from Bodway and Bond. So we're going to have this lap plus 1 more. Bodway drifting through turn 9. Let's allow Bond up into the inside. Bodway going out wide. Gotta watch getting back into the throttle up on those curbs. Well done there by Bodway not to lose the back end again. That's going to open up a gap for Tom O'Gorman up ahead. Here they come into this corner, which has been treacherous for a number of drivers. See Bykoff on the outside really having to skate it around. We got 6 cars. You can throw a blanket over them, but while they battle, O'Gorman pulling away. See if Bodway able to look up the inside. He's going to try and make the move, but Michael Bond's going to have the inside in for the next corner here. Throws it up to the inside, drifts over in front of Bodway. Bodway going to try and cross him over. Unable to make that move though. Mike Bond going to hold on to that position now as they head down the back stretch towards 130R. Pop back here in this battle between Moreno, Gopinski, and Wallace. Wallace trying to make his way around. Gopinski trying to find a way through there. Just up ahead of them, we got Zin and Mar battling it out. Sorry, not Zin. Mar and Exulu battling it out. But again, we had Bykoff again throwing it around on the corner, on the curbs, collecting it up. Something happened there. We'll take a look at what happened there in a moment. That's going to keep Mike Bond white flag waving last time around for these drivers. See what happens here into turn 1, then we'll have a look at what happened in the final corner. Into turn one they go. Bond, Bodway, Wolf, Bykoff, O'Gorman leading the pack here. Chase in tow. Zina's caught this pack now while they continue to battle, but let's see if we can take a look at what happened into that final corner. So go on board here with Kelly Greenhoe. Oh, so it's like a little argy-bargy there between Charles Wolf and Bykoff as they just bump doors heading into that corner. It's like Mike Bond went off track too as well. Let's see if we can get an idea what happened to him in behind. Oh, you see Bykoff and Wallace there. Actually, I'm not sure if that was Bykoff just throwing it up the inside or not. Let's see if we can get a onboard here with Bykoff, and then we'll see what's going on with the final lap here. Yeah, I think that was very optimistic thinking by Roman Bykoff there. So there we go, on board with Bykoff. Really tries to late break up through here. Yeah, there was no way he was going to make that corner if those drivers weren't there. So I mentioned before, Bykoff and Bond, they've been known in the past to be optimistic overtakers. We've seen Bykoff very aggressive here this evening. It's cost him a number of times, but I thought he had it out of the system. He'd gotten better over the last couple seasons, but so he still needs to work on it a little bit. Alessandrini, though, comfortable lead for him as he's heading into turn 16 here. 12 seconds now up over second place. This battle. Oh, Bond and O'Gorman down the back stretch. We'll take a look at what happened there again in a moment, but this pack of cars, Bykoff again tries to send it up to the inside of O'Gorman. There's no way he was making that move stick. I'm not sure what is going on with these guys here at the end. This is terrible driving standards. This isn't reflective of the league normally, folks, if you're interested in driving it, but it's not sure what's going on there, but we'll take a look at the replay here in a matter of moments. We get some battles, though, heading to the line. Moreno trying to find a way around Stockrider. Up and down race for Gregorio Moreno. Across the line they go. Jonathan Cooper, and his car is Coop taking it back. He's got all his headlights, though, fortunately for him. The big dog, Kent Kruger, he's heading to the line. And come home in fourth in place. Going to be a nice points haul in AM for Kent Kruger. Let's see if we can find out what happened here in this last corner mess. Alright, so we just got the tail end of it there. Let's see if we can go back a hair. Alright, so we're keeping an eye on Bykoff. Again, same thing. He tried to send it up the inside into O'Gorman. Nowhere to go. We'll see if we can take a little look back. It's like something happened with Kelly Greenhoe and Michael Chase. Let's see here. It's Kelly Greenhoe in the orange car. Michael Chase, green and blue. It's like Chase just came over from him. I'm not sure if he's trying to avoid the cars ahead of him or not, but let's see here. Let's go on board here with Michael Chase, see what he was potentially trying to avoid. I think he was just trying to dive to the right as he saw those two cars coming back across, and unfortunately came right in front of Kelly Greenhoe. And they carry off to the line. So looks like that's going to wrap it up here for things at Suzuka. Let's take a look here at the final results. Alessandrini takes the win over Mike Bond and Spencer Bodway. O'Gorman in fourth, Bykoff in fifth, Chase in 6, Greenhose in, Mar and Exulu round out your top 10. Tony Wallace, Michael Brock, David Sockrider, Gregorio Moreno, and Andrew McMurray, your top 15. Sockrider also our top AM driver, so well done for him in 13th place. Chris King in 16th, Tanagretti in 17th, Charles Wolf in 18th, Kent Kruger in 19th, Christopher Croto in 20th position. 21st goes to Jonathan Cooper, James Sorrentino in 22nd, Sean Drew in 23rd, with Mark Miller in 24th, Uwe Hale in 25th, and then we start one lap down in 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. 30th, 31st, 32nd, 33rd, all out early on, and Corey Mitchell rounding out the field in 34th. So there we go. But I want to take one more look at what happened at the end here amongst all those drivers. I think we want to see, I believe, Kelly Greenhose on board here. So see Kelly here. There might have been a block there by O'Gorman. Let's see if we can pick up, let's see, Charles Wolf's on board here. On board with Wolf. Let's keep an eye on these drivers here. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Let's take one more look with, well, that's Michael Bond. Can't really see what's going on there. I heard some talk about somebody thought O'Gorman blocked Bond. It might have been Bykoff though. Let's see. Maybe they meant Bykoff. Let's see. So Bykoff and Beaudoin got into it. Yeah, I can't really see anything there as far as a block. Let's go with... Well, let's just go with Roman's on board here. So Roman, Bykoff, and Beaudoin get into it. Pump doors. I don't necessarily think that was a block. I think that was maybe a move to the inside by O'Gorman. Either way, again, I'd like to stress this isn't the type of race we normally see. The drivers being a little optimistic at the end here. But either way, that's going to wrap up things here for Suzuka. We got a couple of drivers. Actually, we only got the one driver in chat. Let's bring in Spencer Beaudoin. Spencer, congrats, P3 in the feature race.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
We're just having a quick look back at the last lap there, trying to figure, or that last couple corners there, trying to figure what happened. But what'd you see from your end? What went down there?
I just had my eyes forward and kept my eyes out of the mirrors, and I heard calamity around me, but was just trying to pay attention to my race. That was a great race. Same.
Yeah, it was definitely argy-bargy on the last lap there. A lot of drivers with, I guess, not much patience left to the end, tired of racing in the rain. But we head to Road America next week. How you feeling about doing 2 20-minute heats there?
Road America, it's going to be great. There's a lot of drafting opportunities going to be happening there for sure. So yeah, it's going to be good. If it's going to be in the rain again too, that'll be even more exciting. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great race for these Miatas at Road America. We had a large grid today, so that was really exciting to see. With such large grids and tight drafting packs, it's going to make for some great exciting again.
Now we saw, I think it was last season, you self-bumped yourself up into pro. You've been able to hold your own in the pro category as far as finishing with those guys. You feel like you're really working on your racecraft here the last couple seasons, finding that extra couple tenths that you need to be competitive week in, week out?
Yeah, we've running with the top, like being able to chase the top guys down, and that helps me get a lot quicker. Entering some other races with some really fast guys, and having some really fast guys enter the apex of this league has been great for us to learn how to get quicker. Yeah, practice nights on Monday nights are always a blast, and we learn a lot from that. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but also not surprised with these guys. But it is really exciting to be able to dice it with the top running guys, because it's makes it really exciting for me.
Yeah, and especially this season where we've seen an influx of highly skilled drivers. You really have to be in your toes week in, week out, and so far you've been able to be really competitive. So best of luck to you next week at Road America. Spencer, anybody you want to give a shout out to here before we let you go?
Let's see, give a shout to my friend Corey and Liz and the gang watching every Sunday night. Shout out to you, Rob, for doing an amazing broadcast. It keeps getting better and better every week. Apex this for a great league and for great competition. And Apex Sim Racing for being an amazing sponsor.
Excellent stuff. Well, best of luck if we see you next week at Road America, Spencer. And take care. Hopefully we talk to you again.
You bet, Rob. Have a great night. Thank you.
So it looks like that'll wrap it up for interviews. Only the one driver wanted to come in and talk to us this week. So that just hurts our feelings a little bit. Nobody wanted to talk to us. But either way, we'll wrap it up. Next week, as I mentioned, we head to Road America. Should be a fun one. Looking forward to it. Road America is always a blast, no matter what car you drive. But as Spencer mentioned, the pack racing and drafting that you can see in the Mazdas is going to be real interesting at Road America next week. It's going to be a ton of fun. Drivers going to have to be very wary of drivers around them. A number of overtaking opportunities at Road America. So it's going to be interesting. That'll do it here for us, though. Racer Nexus, I'm Rob Campbell. We'll catch you next week at Road America. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.